We saw the pressure on the women's side and Erin Densham come through. Can the Australian men, Simon Thompson and Peter Robertson, who have to lay it down today, they've got to be at least top 5 to equal Greg Bennett's performance in Molyuba, as the men are off here very quickly. And it is Ivan Vasilyev. The Russians missed their flights. They got in just about 24 hours before the race, and 3 or 4 Russian men who trying to push themselves up into the third-ranked countries that are going to get top 3 spots. Vasilyev looking back to Jenkins and Stefan Poulat right there, as that's Tayama out of the water at the 750-meter mark. The big names coming out. Rito Hugh with a great swim. Qatar from Hungary just coming out right there as well. Rasmus Henning with a very solid swim. As we were taking a look, the men going back into the water. Tayama right now trying to get the job done at home. There's Whitfield. He's down by about 25 seconds, so he's going to have to push in these later stages of the 750-meter swim. The Japanese have about 7 or 8 in the field here today, but none working harder than Tayama, who was a World Cup winner in Eilat last year. 1,000-meter mark here of the 2008 Ishigaki World Cup Triathlon. Vasilyev into the lead bunch. And there he is, the young Russian who is a great swimmer, a medalist at the 2300. Jenkins from Canada, Poulat coming out, Tayama with a great swim as well. The Russians with 3 or 4 into that bunch. Frederic Belabre coming out of the water, and I think Whitfield just looks like he may have caught on to the tail end. There he is, getting his helmet on, number 9 today. So a group of about 8 or 9 men now out onto the course for the start of this 7-lap, 40-kilometer ride. Some big names missing the chase there. That's Jared Shoemaker, who's just trying to catch on to the back end. But we still don't see Chris Gimmel, nor do we see Tim Don, nor Peter Robertson and Simon Thompson. So some big names have not made this lead group. Gasson from Switzerland right there trying to take the pace very early on. We have 2 Swiss athletes, 4 Russians, 2 Canadians, 1 Australian, and Matt Hopper into that lead group. And of course the man from Denmark, Rasmus Henning. The wind blowing here, that is Will Clark, who's made the lead group. So the young British athlete in a good position. His teammate Tim Don down, a couple of the Japanese competitors. And right now this lead group working very hard. Some big names, some very quick cyclists in the sport into this lead group. And they are opening what was about a 20-second gap out of the water now into the 35 and 40-second level. So they're starting to get a bigger and bigger gap as we look back now into some of the athletes coming through the intersection here, and they will be down by about 40 seconds. Tim Don going to be getting a bit frustrated. A terrific runner, and Peter Robertson and Simon Thompson have to start to be panicking now. At least 14 or 15 athletes ahead of them in this lead group coming off. Gasson from Switzerland will be first off the bike to start the run, but we've got about 16 or 17 men. Will Frederic Belabre be able to get it done here today? Can Simon Whitfield equal the 11 World Cup wins by Hamish Carter? We will see here very quickly. The Danish man heading off right there. That is a solid start by Rasmus Henning. Rito Hugh was a full-time physiotherapist a year ago. Now he's full-time training as he goes after his 3rd Olympic Games team. And Brikankov, the Russian, trying to undo his top as he heads out. 75 seconds down now. This may be just too large a time gap to ask even somebody like Peter Robertson to make up. If he is going to get on the team, he's going to have the absolute run of his life. The man likes to be put into a corner. Here comes Tim Don off the bike, getting ready to head off right now. They are 75 seconds down, and this is going to be a monster task for any of these men to run themselves into a top 5 position here today. Overcast conditions, very humid, but it's only about 24 to 25 degrees, and one of the Russians looks like they may have had some damage there, so his day is over, and he looks like he's grabbing the back of his leg, a cut to his ankle right there, and you can see the gash as we look back up now to Rito Hugh, Simon Whitfield, and Rasmus Henning. These 3 men have multiple Olympic Games under their belts. They have world titles under their belts. Last year, Rasmus Henning winning the big race in Des Moines, almost $250,000. Simon Whitfield, the Olympic Games gold medalist. Back right now, and look at Peter Robertson. He has made up now 45 seconds on the lead group already. He's absolutely flying through those leaders. He just went through Frederic Belabre, making his move right now up onto Sasayev from Russia. Peter Robertson is trying to pull another one out of the hat. This is an unbelievable performance. Look at him go through these men that were 75 seconds ahead. Axel Ziebrich, Colin Jenkins. Each one is just being passed like they're going backwards, and Simon Whitfield absolutely just flowing through these late stages as he pulls away from Rasmus Henning. Both men making their World Cup debut for 2008, and Whitfield looks absolutely terrific, but Peter Robertson is not giving up. He's going through Rito Hugh, the man that won the silver medal at the World Championships, in 2005. Can he do the unbelievable and get on the podium? Right now, I think he's in 5th spot and less than a kilometer to go. Simon Whitfield will claim World Cup win number 11, equaling Hamish Carter. What an incredible start to the season for Whitfield. Here comes another big finish by Rasmus Henning, the man from Denmark who has to be pleased. Whitfield crossing the line in 1:51.12, a 31:43 10K. He looks back right there to see Rasmus Henning coming in, and now let's see who gets the bronze medal performance. It is going to be Ivan Vasiliev. Peter Robertson making his last few steps. He's going to come up a bit short, but 4th place, what a performance. Now the Australians have to make a tough decision, and here comes Tim Don just behind him. Under 31 minutes for that 10K run. Peter Robertson, amazing finish here in Japan.
It was a great way to start the year, and having come here 12 years ago and never finished even close to the podium. When I was running along, I was thinking, come on, you know, this might be my last time here, so I got to win this thing. So it's a thrill to win in Japan. Never done that, so that's kind of fun.
I am very happy to end on the podium here today. I've come here from a Danish winter of base training. Haven't really come to the point of actually doing intensive work and training yet. So it's not a surprise for me to go on the podium, but I'm very thrilled to do so. I have been very strong earlier years as well, early in the season, and I know there's still a lot left in me to improve until we get to the games.
Whitfield moves in to tie for number 2 all-time with his 11th World Cup win. Rasmus Henning and Ivan Vasiliev on the podium.